there, I'm Ian Pummel with Everything Rocks Masonry Company, and we're going to show you today how to fill in a hole with brick. And to do it properly, we're going to fill it up with concrete first and lay the bricks directly on the concrete and then tuck point it with the proper mortar to match it. And this is a type of thing that a lot of homeowners can see themselves getting into, where you have a fire pit here, you have a fountain here, and it's just the original design of it was meant to be that way. Now sometimes you'll have a soldier course going in like this, and you can leave that in or take it out. The homeowner here has decided to leave it in. I think it'll look just fine, and we'll get back with you on step 2. So this right here is just to fill it up so that we can get, we don't want to really put 8 inches of concrete down here. Quite a bit of concrete to be putting in. So putting down some dense material. The concrete can sit right on top of that. And now if I take a brick and I put it right here, that tells me how much concrete I'm going to have underneath. And I'm going for 4 or 5 inches. Looks like I've got it.
Overnight tonight, starting to see some clearing, partly cloudy, low temperature of a cool 51. And tomorrow 77, we're back into the 70s above average, partly cloudy skies. I'm ABC.
Ian here again. We've got step 2 finished. Got our concrete poured about 4 inches. And we're going to let it set up now, and we'll be back after lunch to pour the bricks. So we're on to step 3 now. We're going to mix up the mortar as to match the mortar of the brick and lay our brick down. So we'll get back when we're laying the brick. What we're doing here, whenever you buy mortar that's not pre-mixed, you want to mix it dry first. And it's the same idea that you might have when you're putting flour into hot water. If it's too liquidy, you're not going to be able to mix it. You're just chasing bubbles around. So you always want to mix it in first. There's a certain consistency that we look for. It's about like peanut butter. But what I do is I'll add less water than I know that I need. And keep adding water to it, because again, the thicker the mix, when I'm mixing it, the better it'll be mixed. If I mix it wet and then add to it, you're not going to come up with the same thing. The PSI changes quite a bit. So I'm going to throw another pre-mixed bag, that green bag there, in with this because it's down below grade and that has Portland in it. But this is also a pre-mixed bag, so that's why it's okay to do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that all depends on the temperature on the air. And then we'll do what's called break the set. And once we break the set, it'll stay pliable and malleable for a longer period of time. If I go lay it right now, it'll start to set up on me and I'll have trouble. What I want to do here is to line up the 45 free of the herringbone. step here. And what I'm doing is I've got a fella down there, I'm marking, he's cutting. And with the string right here, what we wanted to do was make sure that the herringbone pattern is going the same way as if this wasn't even here. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking water and I'm floating it out to the elevation that I think I need it. It's kind of like spreading icing on a cake. And then I simply take the brick and put it down in and make sure that it's snug. If I lay the brick on there and it's just at the elevation and I don't push down, then you're not going to end up with a very nice bind. All these little rivets here in the brick, and pretty much every paper brick will have this as well. These rivets are so that when you push down on cement, now you can see that things have all filled the voids. That's what gives you your good bond. So when I put a brick down, I push it down in. Now the cement that we're mixing up is it's a type N cement, and they call it buff. Some people call it B500. It's got different names all over the country. But most commonly, if you don't know the color of your cement, you can take a piece of mortar, maybe even cut a piece out and take it to your local brickyard, and they'll be happy to match it for you. As of right now, I'm laying in the herringbone pattern, and we've got a fella cutting down there. We'll get back to you when it's all cut in. So we're here at almost the final process, where I'm going to start putting mortar in between the joints. And what I've done is I've let things set up a little while so that they're kind of tough, so that when I do put mortar in, I'm not moving the bricks around. I'm going to go ahead and do it old-fashioned way, where you put it in with a trowel, and I've got my bucket here, and I've got sponges, and I'm going to sponge off the excess mortar, and the final product should be just like that. We'll see you here in a minute. So we're back, and we've got everything tuck pointed in. The only thing left to do is tomorrow we'll come back and do an acid wash. And if you don't want to do an acid wash and worry about plants around, you can always just come back and sponge it a little bit more, or use vinegar too, that can help as well. But as you can see, it's not very hard to lay in something like this. Anybody with a little bit of research can get it done. So I'm Ian Pummel with Everything Rocks Company, and if you have any questions, you're in the area, in the Lexington area, feel free to give us a call. The number down below here. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave it below. Thanks.